Hey, this is Dan from userspice.com, and I wanted to show you a little bit about how to store add-ons like themes and things like that that you want to share on UserSpice. If you go to our admin panel for sharing these things, you'll notice that we have three options. And I kind of have my stuff scrunched down here, but we have Bitbucket, GitHub, and GitLab, and they're all real similar. I'm going to go with GitHub because it's the easiest to just show you right off the bat. More people probably use that than anyone else in the world. And to be honest, if it's a public repository that you're just sharing code, there's probably not a better place to do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to log into GitHub, and if you already have a GitHub, that's awesome. If not, it's free and quick to make one. And so what I'm going to do is when you come in here to GitHub, you're going to see your projects. You'll see it may look different depending on where you are. This is the new dashboard, so I mean it looks different than it did a week ago. But anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new repository, and I'll go ahead and say not everybody likes to use GitHub to manage their code, and I completely understand that. I've had GitHub save my butt, and I've had it ruin just days of my life because code got mixed up and overwritten, and I couldn't figure out how to deal with all these conflicts and stuff like that. So you don't have to use GitHub to actually manage your code. You can just use it as a place to upload your code. So we're going to make a new repository, and we're just going to call it widget. Let's call it demo widget, and then we'll give it a description, my super widget, and then we're going to tell it to put in a README, and that's a great place for you to put information. So we're going to do that. So we've made the thing, and if you want to, you can come in here and click on this and change it. Like, let's just say that you want to edit that thing. You can click here, and you'll be taken to a little text editor. You can do whatever you want. So that is your README file. And then if you click here, you just kind of have this blank area. So what we're going to do is I'm going to just use an existing widget to kind of show you, or existing widget to show you what I do. So if you don't want GitHub to manage your code, I just made a folder over here called repo, and I'm going to make two subfolders. I'm going to make one called source, SRC. I'm going to make another one called zip. And the reason for that is because I want to have both a place where people can see the code that I've written, plus also download the existing zip file. So we'll just take one of these. We'll do pages, and so I'm going to copy this to the source folder. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm also going to right-click it, and I'm going to go to 7-zip, and I'm going to make a pages.zip, and then I'm going to drag that, and I'm going to move that into the zip folder. So now I've got this with pages, and I've got this. Oh, I rearranged there. I've got this. It has all the existing source code in it, which there's only one file in here. You could go the other way if you didn't want to have, the extra subfolders. There's, you can tinker around with that. It really doesn't matter that much. But so anyway, I've got this. I've got these two folders, and then I'm just going to come over here to upload files, and I'm going to drag these into here. And it's not completely self-explanatory, but you didn't actually upload the files at that point. So what you would do is you want to commit these changes, and you want to say official release 1.0.0, and then you can say it is now stable, or whatever you want. And then you commit these changes. And it might take a little bit depending on how big of a resource you've got there. But now, when you come here to demo widgets, you'll see that you have these folders. And so now all of a sudden, when you watch the last video of how to upload these things, you have this zip file where you can come in here and you can click on it and you can say copy the link address, and now all of a sudden you have the way to download the zip file directly and all that kind of stuff. So even if you don't use GitHub to manage your project, it's super easy to make it a place where people can download your code.